so this is on page 198. Okay, yeah, this is actually the last part from section 15. Okay, section 15. Okay, we'll talk about the percentiles. Okay, so I believe for percentiles, this is not something not familiar for us, right? This should be, you guys should be familiar with this, right? If you have children, right? So for me, my boy is a skin boy, small. So every time when I bring him to see the pediatrician, his weight is always on the 10th percentile, 15th percentile, no more than 20th percentile. So what do you think about the 15th, 20th percentile? That's a small percentile, right? So that means most of the boys at his age are what? Bigger and heavier than him, right? So 10th, 15th, 20th percentiles are small percentiles, okay? Well, another example is, for example, you know, the IQ score. Yesterday we talked about IQ score, okay? If a person's IQ score is 120 points, that person's percentile is going to be what? In the 90th percentile, right? So in the 90th percentile means what? Oh, this person is what? Smart person, right? So in the 90th percentile, right? So there are many examples about percentiles, okay? So I think we should have a brief idea about it already, okay? Percentile, okay? Now, mathematically, we'll study more about percentiles, okay? So I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this paragraph about the question 1 and 2, okay? So Evan, can you read?
The median is also called the 50th percentile. This means 50% of the group of values is below the median. The concept can be extended to values other than 50. To illustrate the concept of percentiles, consider a group of 10 people placed in order by height. We divided 100% by 10. This means each individual in the lineup represents 10%. Sometimes divide a data set, in this case, a set of heights.
Okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, you can stop there, okay? Okay, so we see that the median is also called the 50th percentile. Okay, why? Because 50% of the group values is below the median. Okay, another 50% of the values. Okay, group of the values is what? Greater than the median. Okay, so median is called in the 50th percentile. Okay, all right. Now we have this. A group of 10 people, okay, group of 10 people. See, we're ranking them from in order, right? From the shortest to what? The tallest, right? Tallest. There are 10 of them, right? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so each of them will account for what? 10%. Well, 10%. Okay, each of them will account for 10%. Okay, so if we're going to compute, we're going to find what is the 50th percentile of this list of data. I call them their height are list of data, okay? So we're going to find the 50th percentile. The 50th percentile is also the median of this 10 data for this. Okay, so they're in order already, right? So to find the median, remember we have to put the values in order, right? Either from smallest to largest or from largest to smallest, okay? So they must be in order, okay? So this is very important for compute percentiles question, okay? When they're ordered, and then there are how many of them? 10 of them, even number of them. So to find the median, do we have an exact middle data for 10 data? No. So in order to find the 50th percentile, what should we do? We're going to find what? The average of these two people's height, and then what? Find the average of these two heights. Okay, so 50th percentile actually is the average of these two middle data value. Okay, all right. How do you find the 25th percentile? What is 25th percentile? 25th percentile actually is what? The median of the first 50% of the data value. Okay, so we know there are 10 people, right? 10 people. So cut 10 people into half. Each group there are what? 5 people, right? 5 people. So now for the first 50% of the data value, do we have an exactly middle data among the 5? Yes, we do. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. The third one is exactly in the middle, okay? So this third person's height is exactly the 25th percentile of the entire list of the data, right? Then for the other 50% of data value, there are 5 of them. Do we have a median for these 5 people? Yes, we do. See, the third person from these 5, okay, give us the 75th percentile of what? The entire list of data. Guys, do you see that? Okay, well, okay, so this question 1 and 2, you can answer them by yourself. Oh, another thing, I did not assign any pages, right? Okay, so I will see that on page 198, okay, what we're going to do is just the discover part, okay? Everything above the connect, okay? Everything above the connect. So we talked about what is median, also called 50th percentile, okay? We talked about this list of data, okay, for heights, okay? And also this part, okay, I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this, okay, later, okay, once I assign the pages, okay? So we'll come back to read this, okay? And we will be done for this part, but you have to answer question 1 and 2. They're easy questions, okay? All right, and page 199, let's do the entire page, okay? Calculating quartiles, okay? Yeah, so quartiles, we talk about 25, 50s, and 75. So, yeah, what are quartiles? The entire page 199. That's it, okay? Yeah, that's it for the percentile parts, okay? Percentile part. So, let's go back to this percentile definition, okay? I'm going to ask another volunteer to read the percentile definition for us. Read these 2 lines and also this gray box. Kristen?
Percentiles are easily found when a data set is normally distributed. Since the probabilities accumulate from the left, they are also percentiles in decimal form. The probabilities found in the z-score table are percentiles.
All right, good. Very good, okay? Yeah, so percentiles are easy to find, okay, if the set is normally distributed, okay? And also, the probabilities found in the z-scores are what? Percentiles, okay? Remember the z-score we talked about from the previous class, okay? So the z-score table, okay, we know that for each z-score there is what? There is a probability corresponds to that, right? Remember the Danny, okay? Danny's height is 5 feet, z-score is -2, and then the corresponding probability is what? 0.0228, right? And we know this probability in the percentage is what? 2.28%, okay? That percentage also is what? The percentile for Danny's height. So we say Danny's height is what? 2.28 percentile. So what do you think about 2.28 percentile? He is a short person, right? So because 2.28, 2%, tiny, right? Well, a short person, okay, short person. So these probabilities give us percentage. These percentages are also what? Called percentiles, okay? All right, so we talk about percentiles. Now let's turn to page 199, okay? I really need you guys to know how to compute quartiles, okay? You will encounter homework questions about how to calculating quartiles, okay? So what are quartiles, okay? I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this 1 and 2 paragraphs. Morgan?
Quartiles are the 25th, 50th, and 75th percentiles and are the easiest to find by hand. For small sets of data, we can put the data in order and use counting to divide the data into quarters. Percentiles are a useful tool for ranking a given value out of a large set of data. But when trying to divide up small sets of data into 100 parts, there may be differences in answers depending on how the endpoints are counted. When finding the 25th and 75th percentile for small groups of numbers by hand, we will not count the 50th percentile value if it falls exactly on a number. Excel will be used when dealing with larger sets of data.
Okay, good, very good, okay? So, quartiles are what? These 3, okay? 25, 50, and 75 percentiles, okay? So, quartiles are these 3, okay? So, for a given list of data, how to find the quartiles? At first, we should do what, guys? This is so important. We should put the data in what? In order. They must be in order at first. Because we know 50th percentile is a median. To find a median, we have to make the list of data in order, okay? Then we find these quartiles, okay? So I'm going to give you as an example, okay? So I see. Do I have a screen paper somewhere? Okay. Well, I'm gonna use this exam 1 and exam 2, but I will show you separately. Okay, I don't want you to see the answer. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this data. Okay, 22, 34, 46, 55, 58, 63, 76, 84. Okay. All right. Question is, find the quartiles from this list of data. Okay, find. Okay, quartiles. Quartiles, whatever we call it, okay? Okay, so find quartiles. This is example 1, okay? Example 1. We also have the other example, okay? So this is example 1, okay? Example 1. Okay, there is another example, example 2. I copied that as well, okay? So we also have that list of data, which is 4, 7, 12, 22, 34, 46, 55, 58, 63, 76. Okay, so I copied this, data from the 2 examples. Now we're going to look at both of them. Okay. Now, first question for you is, for both of these 2 examples, let's count how many data values do we have in each list. From the first list, this is not a 1, 7. It's 17, okay? It's 17, okay? So how many data values are in this list? Please count. How many? 9. 9 counts. Okay, well, 9 data values. 9 is an odd number, okay? Now let's count how many data values are in this list. 10 counts, right? So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 data values, 10 counts. Okay. Another question for you is, as this list of data are in order already, is this list in order? From smallest to largest, yes or no? Yes. How about this list of data? In order? Yes, okay. So why I'm asking these questions? Because in order to find the quartiles, first we count how many of them, odd numbers of them, or even numbers of them. Then we check whether they are in order or not. If not, we have to sort them in order. We have to, okay? Alright, now I would like to say that depends on the numbers of the data values, we find the quartiles in a different way. Now let's check if there are odd number of the data values in the list. Say for example, this one, there are 9 data values. So we always, to find the quartiles, we always start from to find the median at first. Median is a 50th percentile, right? So what is the median in this list? For 9 counts, do we have an exactly in the middle position? Yes or no? Yes. So out of the 9 counts, the 5th position is exact in the middle, okay? So I would say, what is the 50th percentile? 55. Yeah, 50th percentile, 55, right? Alright, another question for us is, remember when we did the 25th percentile, 75th percentile, we're going to cut the entire data value into half, and then we figure out the median for each of the half data values. The question for you is, 9 counts divided by 2, does it give us an integer result? 9 divided by 2 give us what? 4.5. Okay, and when we count, the data, we count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So if we encounter odd number of the counts, and once we figure out what the 50th percentile, okay, in order to find the other 2 percentiles, 25 and 75, we're not going to consider the 50th percentile anymore. So this way, we'll have what? 4 data, well, this rest of data is a group, and this rest of data is what? A group, okay? So I will say that this is also from the book, okay? Yeah. Here, you can highlight this. when finding the 25th and 75th percentile for a small group of the number by hand, we will not count the 50th percentile value if it falls exactly on a number. See? If 50th percentile falls exactly on a number, just like our current case, right? We will not count this number to when we do the 25th and the 75th percentile. You guys? Alright, now we have these 4 data values. Okay, find the median, right? 4 data values. Do we have the exactly middle position? Middle position, no. So how to find the median? Take average of these two. Give us what? Do it. 22 plus 34 divided by 2. What? 20 what? 27? You got 27 or 28? 28? Okay. So, we say 28 is what? 25th percentile. Okay, percentile. And how to find the 75th percentile? Same thing. The average of these two numbers give us what?
69.5.
What? 69.5, right? 69.5. This is going to be what? Our 75th what? Percentile, right? So if we're going to circle the answers for the quartiles, they are what? 28 is for 25th, 55 is for 50th percentile, and then 69.5 is for the what? 75th percentile. You guys see that? Okay, so this is if we have an odd number of the data in the list, that's how we do the quartiles. Example 2. If we have 10 counts, which is an even number of the data value in this list, first let's define the 50th percentile. How? 10 data values, what do we do? Middle 2, average, give us a 50th percentile, right? So 34, 46, what's the average? 40. Okay, this is a 50th percentile. Okay. Then what? To find the other quartiles, what do we do? Cut 10 into half, right? Cutting into half, it gives us what? 5. So that means the first 5 data values will be in a group, and then the other 5 data value will be in a group. Okay. So find the median from each group. How about the first group's median? Do you see that? 5 of them, right? 25th percentile. And then from this 5, the 58 give us what? 75th percentile. Okay. So these are the what? Quartiles. Everybody? So far so good? Okay, so yeah, these are the knowledge part about finding quartiles, okay? And then we have 2 more practice questions. I will give you 5 to 8 minutes to try them, okay?